is Matthew, and I'm the Whisperist. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider doing that. Maybe leaving a comment or liking this post. And I hope that you will come back and that you enjoy this experience. Today's drink is Spindrift, and the flavor is blood orange tangerine. And you're gonna have to excuse my stomach because I feel like it's growling a little bit. I'm really hungry. I'm on Whole30 right now, which is some clean eating thing, and I basically just want to crawl inside a bag of Skittles and live there. During the election, I did a couple posts about election anxiety, and then also post-election, grief. And I know that all of us are grieving the fact that on Monday, on Martin Luther King Day of all days, that our worst nightmare is going to become a reality. That the thing that we voted against, the movement that we voted against, the anti-LGBTQ, the anti-trans, the misogynistic, the tyranny, the fascism, the criminal, that movement, led by the man who I will not name, they take control. And I'm angry, and I'm sad, and I'm trying to find my zen. And I will find my zen. Because I need my zen in order to fight, in order to resist, in order to look for ways to find light, and to shine light, I must find my peace. I must find my light so I can shine it back. And also, I want to have a whole bunch of joy just so I can piss off all the people. And so I am gonna find my joy. I'm gonna look for ways to do it. But for many of us, getting to that place where we find our joy, getting to that place where we can not have to worry about our children, or not have to worry about our schools, or not have to worry about all of the various things that are concerning to us, the most important aspects of our life, that the reasons why we voted the way we voted, we can't get past the anxiety of that, of thinking about that, of what's going to happen. trans man or a trans woman or a non-binary human. I see you. And I fight with you and alongside you and for you. I believe in you. I believe in who you are. If you're a parent of a trans kid, I know that you are worried. I know that you feel overwhelming sadness and overwhelming anxiety. Or maybe you live in a state where it's not necessarily as much of an issue, but I live in Tennessee, and so it is, transphobia is all around me. I mean, it is palpable. And I just hate it. And there are days when I don't know exactly how to fight it. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to help push for better things, better laws, better protections, better justices, because the loud, obnoxious hate seems to be really, really loud and overwhelming. And so I just thought that I would spend a few minutes not complaining, but helping us find some peace of mind, helping us find some light and some hope and some quiet. If you are afraid, you are welcomed here. If you are anxious, you are welcome here. If you are concerned for friends or for family members or for children or for people who are acquaintances or for strangers, you are welcome here. People who have empathy are welcomed here. Because I know that we all come to the reality of what's going to happen on Monday with different things, different fears and different reasons why our nervous systems are being, attacked. But what I believe is that joy is a weapon. Light is a weapon. Rest is a weapon. Contentment is a weapon. Empathy is a weapon. Compassion is a weapon. And we're gonna have to fight with all our might. And I know that for some of us that makes us feel anxious too, because we're not fighters. It's not necessarily in my DNA to be a fighter. I've had to become one, coming out later in my, later in life has been a learning experience. And I'm still adjusting to the realities of all that that it means for me and for my family. But one of the things that I've had to realize is that though I am a white male, I was a married straight white male, or I projected the straight married family man, and I was white, and so I was like, my privilege was up there, and I recognize my privilege, and I am still learning how my whiteness and my privilege, hurt people and matters, and how to use it well without being the loud, obnoxious white guy. But when I came out, my privilege shifted. It did not go away. I'm not saying that. But it shifted. It changed a little bit. And so, learning my place, learning what I needed to say, learning how I needed to speak up for myself, learning how I could use my voice to speak up on behalf of other people was really important to me. If you don't know this, I am an author in my real life. And I just do ASMR as a hobby. And so I have a decent sized following on Instagram and other social medias, and relearning how to utilize that. Now, I always used my social media to be a voice for people, but it was always other people. I was never really standing up for myself. And so, after coming out, not only was I having to fight the fight in favor or on behalf of other people, but I had to fight the fight on behalf of myself, on behalf of my family. And there was a learning experience there that I had to learn. And I'm still learning it. I'm still figuring it out. Will you breathe with me as we begin to find our peace? If you are new here, welcome first and foremost. But if you're new here, you may not know that I believe breath represents life, both literally but also figuratively. Taking a breath is me living, is me celebrating life, is me letting the world know that I am alive. And it's also power. When we take in breath, we are filling our blood with oxygen. We are filling our brain with blood and oxygen. We are bringing life into our body. And we are getting stronger. We are celebrating our strength. And so, as you breathe, I want you to imagine that the breath you're taking in is power. I want you to imagine that the breath you are bringing in through your nostrils and through your mouth and into your lungs is justice. I want you to imagine that the oxygen that is all around us is a superpower that we are bringing into our bodies. And I want you to feel stronger. I want you to feel your body, your system becoming calmer. I want you to imagine your favorite superhero, and preferably one who turns into somebody. And I want you to imagine whatever that looks like. Maybe it's Wonder Woman doing the twirl, or Superman running into the phone booth, as it was. But whatever it is, whatever that superhero, that transition, I want you to imagine you going through that transition as you are breathing. And I want you to take on the power. I want you to take in the strength. I want you to imagine yourself becoming Superman, Wonder Woman, non-binary, whoever. Somebody strong, somebody brave, somebody who knows how to handle their anxiety. Somebody who knows that they have a role to play in the story that is coming before us, and that they need to take care of themselves. And maybe your role is just in your own little world. Maybe your role is just to take care of your kids. Well, your kids need you to be your strongest at times. Not all the time. Sometimes it's okay to be weak. But sometimes you need to be strong. And so I want you to imagine that you are taking on the power. And as you breathe, as you drift off to sleep, I want you to imagine that you are breathing in peace. Peace of mind. Peace of heart. Peace of nervous systems. Let peace begin to spread through your body. It starts with your face as you breathe in. And then it moves into your lungs. And then that oxygen, that peace moves through your bloodstream into the various veins throughout your body. And I want you to picture your body becoming calmer. I want you to picture your body receiving that peace through your nervous system, through your circulatory system. I want you to imagine that peace coming into your system and moving throughout. was going through a divorce and getting ready to come out publicly. My coming out was very public. Like we like made an announcement and it went viral, and it was a lot. And the hatred that I received, the Bible verses in all caps from unkind people, I received so much of it via email. And it's easy for me to say, oh, it was no big deal, or oh my gosh, like I was able to ignore it. I wasn't able to ignore all of it. It hurt. You know, sometimes people who hate, they know how to get under your skin. And so I reminded myself so many times. I reminded myself so many times that it was going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Matthew. It's going to be okay. We are going to be okay. I am going to be okay. And I want you to remind yourself. And then I want you to, after you have said, I am going to be okay, I want you to say, we are going to be okay, because we as a collective group, we are going to be okay. And we need to say that so our kids hear us. We need to say that so our friends hear us. We need to say that so the people we know who voted for that guy who I will not name, we need to know, we need them to know that we are going to be okay. Because we are. We're going to be okay. And then, when you are at peace, when you believe that you're going to be okay, when you have taken on your superpower, I want you to think about how you're going to take care of yourself. What are you going to do for you to help you get through Monday, the first week, the first month, the first year? What are you going to do? What practices are you going to take on? Or are you going to try to take on in order to better yourself, in order to take care of yourself? And maybe it's just something little, because I know that self-care is a privilege too. I'm not dumb. And some of us do not have the finances to support our own self-care, and I get that. I don't really either. There are certain things that I can do to help me, and I do a lot of art. I started a YouTube channel for whispering because I really enjoyed whispering. But how are you going to take care of yourself? And who else are you going to take care of? And what does that look like for you? What does taking care of another person, whether it's a child or a friend or a stranger or somebody who is a part of a vulnerable group of people, like what will you be able to do? What is it that you're capable of doing that might offer help or hope or light to somebody else? And whatever that looks like, start to imagine it. I want you to imagine yourself doing it. I want you to imagine yourself helping phase. Think about one phase, and maybe it's, heck, even if it's yourself right now, maybe it is the child in you. Maybe that's who you need to rescue first. Whoever it is that you care about, that you think about, whose body that you worry about when you think about that event that's happening on Monday. Whatever that looks like for you. I want you to imagine their face. And I want you to imagine what help for them looks like. I want you to imagine your face or their face as you bring that hope, you bring that peace, you bring that joy, you bring that thing that you're going to do for them. I want you to imagine them taking it and how their whole complexion changes. That's how we're going to get through the next 4 years, y'all. Looking for small ways to do our part, because we need each other. I need you. You need me. All of us need each other. And I hope that you will consider the people in your story whose lives, whose existences need you. Because at the end of the day, we survive the next 4 years by leaning on each other and being present for each other as much as possible.